Hi, in this slide I want to stop for a second and dig a little deeper in this concept of laser beam intensity and team alignment. First of all, on the left-hand side, you see a flashlight that's beaming out here white light. So it's a combination of 7 different wavelengths: red, orange, yellow, blue, indigo, violet, and they are going in different directions and self-canceling. If you can put them through a filter, you can actually get them to all be red. So that's monochromatic. It's one white color wavelength. Then, if you can put them through a laser mechanism, you can get all of the wavelengths to be perfectly reinforced in a unidirectional way. So up here you can see around the corner with it. Here you can burn through things. So it's if we can get that everybody very aligned on the same wavelength, moving the same direction, it's much more intense than running around trying to be all things to all people with different commitment levels and so forth. Now, where is this laser beam guided? You can have what I call high performance service culture best practice kind of things, but that's not a strategy. So we have to have a strategy, a target, to sort of focus the beam at. So we've in playlist number 4, we talk about nichenomics. How do we use customer profitability ranking reports to sort top 100 customers into different piles, realizing they are similar, and then how do we do a deep dive to figure out how to tune our service value proposition and metrics, or our value equation, even better to that niche, so we really truly do have measurably best service value proposition. Dealing from that strength, we can get last look an extra point or two, but we can also pivot into, well, we're so good, well, let's get married, let's partner. Then, by doing research and figuring out who the math, the net present value, net profitable biggest accounts are, think FedEx, for example, we can then put together the full court total team strategy and patiently, persistently, seemingly massively overinvest. But when you look at the investment for the net present value stream, it's still a huge bargain. And we can certainly create some cracks and stone walls, lucky portholes to jump through. It helps, of course, if everybody knows the 5 core accounts, the 5 target accounts by heart, and that they are empowered to and know how to do heroic acts should any of these customers need something a little bit different or extraordinary or beyond the normal call of duty. And everybody's willing to do this because they know not only what is it in for me, here's how I get job security, job pride, I get a bigger gain sharing bonus, but what is it in for us? In other words, the whole company does well and makes money and puts it back in the business. The whole company feeds us all, and we all grow together, which is great. Meanwhile, what are our competitors doing? They are offering standard service to too many niches and sizes of guys. They're spread too thin. The Gazelle is delegated one rep to the point where, in one case study, the vice president of supply chain didn't even know who the rep was that was calling on his number one supplier. And inside, basically, the inside sales reps, they just take the orders as they come in. We don't even have a different phone numbers for different levels of service. If I'm executive platinum with an airline, I have a special number I call, and the response time that I get, a minute compared to 45 minutes on hold, and who I'm talking to, the sophistication and the competence is much better than what the random occasional economy buyer is going to get. So basically, they just treat everybody as they come in and do the same for everybody. And then lastly, they may, because we put in a minnow program and a wholesale program, some of our minnows may have fleed to paralyze their business. So that for all I know, they may have new minnow action, which are distractions that keep them from taking care of their core accounts anyway. So that's how we're going to get a huge advantage, and it economically makes sense as far as laser beam thinking. Thank you.